Am I streaming? Okay, let's try that again. I thought I was streaming. I was, but it was set to private. So this should be good. I just want to be able to see the chat. Here, I'll do this. So it looks like we're not getting a good connection here. Yeah. So I've been meaning to do this for a long time. I haven't done anything with YouTube in a while. I haven't done all of the instructional videos, all the different from the different methods in the books. So I apologize for that. But here I am, trying to get a restart here. So I do plan on doing all those things again. My output will be slow for sure, but I mean, I'm doing this stream, so that's a good sign. Yeah, I'm sorry I disappeared for such a long time, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay, so what are we gonna do today? Well, you could see, I think it's on my right, the Prelude 999. This is something I gave one of my students, and I figured it would be a good idea to learn it too. So I'm just going to go through it because he was asking, I think he was asking, like, how do you go about approaching? He was concerned because like he didn't know how to approach classical guitar and how to learn pieces. So I was trying to explain things to him. So I figured I'd record it. And Rob, good evening to you as well, although it is afternoon for me. But thanks for stopping by. Honkler. Sorry, the screen is far away from me, and I can't really see your names. It's really small font, but thank you so much for stopping. I was honestly not expecting anybody to show up because I sort of disappeared for such a long time. But as I was saying, thank you for showing up. It's a very nice surprise. So what I was saying was I gave my student this piece, and I figured I'd learn it too. But I'm going to learn it so you can see my approach. I'm going to learn it a little bit faster than I normally would because I was able to pick out what he was playing when he was playing it for me, and I was trying to correct things here and there. So I already was able to pick out some things, definitely on the first page, but he didn't get to the second page yet. So we'll work that out hopefully. I don't know how long I'm going to stream for. I do have a couple of hours, so yeah, the plan is, like I said, I already did this. I already did a stream, but it was on private. So I'm not sure if I said what I'm about to say during this stream or during the previous private stream, which I had to cancel and start over. So, but I do plan on getting back to all the tutorial stuff and the Patreon stuff. What I found out today? I got literally today. As I was setting up the stream, I got an email saying Patreon is now going through the Apple Store, and the Apple Store is taking 30% of my revenue. I'm like, dude, 30%? Like, are you serious? So now I'm thinking there's got to be a way where I can migrate all of my stuff to my website and just have everyone go to the website, and maybe the website, that service, I use Squarespace, maybe they have some sort of service where you can have a subscription fee directly through Squarespace. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm now losing 30% of the subscription revenue, which is insane. Oh, shoot. Okay. I've got the guitar with me. Oh, sweet, man. Awesome. Well, hey, look, just go ahead and start learning that, and we'll see how far we get. Let me go ahead and move this around so I can mark it as I go. So check this out. This is what I like. If I wanted to mark something, oops, not like that. Stop, don't do that. No, I could just do this. And then it makes a little circle. I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, I guess, the problem is it's just the desk is kind of far away because I had to do the webcam, But this is all temporary. I just wanted to get it going because I've been telling people I was going to do this for a long time, get back into it, and I haven't. So I was like, okay, let's just let's just do it. Ignore all the stuff that you normally think about. Just get it going. So everything's a little uncomfortable right now. Okay, so having said that, I believe the audio is pretty good. I made sure that one was pretty dialed in. And it looks like it's doing it's great. I'm looking at the mixer there. So here we go. Prelude BWV999. So that's obvious. PIMA, just like that. And then what do we have? Oh yeah. Oh, okay. First thing. I have to remember to play this rest. I'll circle it right there. See? Perfect. I'll just do that. That should be fun. I wonder if there's a way to connect like a tablet and I could just do it from my tablet. That'd be kind of cool. I would need a tablet first of all. I'm saying like I own one. I don't own one. But I have to play that rest. So the thumb's got a, when you play that F, thumb comes down. Just like that. The bass is the only thing that's doing something interesting. The rest is just an arpeggio, and I mentioned this in my lesson yesterday. This is just an arpeggio. What am I doing? So you don't want to hide the bass or not play the bass or not play it loud. You kind of want to bring it out. Don't overdo it, but that's the only thing that's really interesting right now. So you do it twice. Now, about that rest, you can ignore it, I guess. Now, here's what I tell my students: when you're really good and you're getting paid to play in concerts and stuff like that, and you're a world-class guitarist, like no one's gonna question the decisions you make when it comes to your interpretation, because I've heard guitarists, really well-known guitarists, they're doing things that aren't on the music, like, so it's like their interpretations, but they're not questioned. So I tell them, you know what, when you're really good, you can do it however you want, and no one's gonna say anything, because you know what, you're better than I am, you're good, you know what you're doing, but it's good to have a sort of, there's got to be a rule book, a foundation from which to make all your other decisions. So that's why I say you got to make sure you play the rest. You got to do it this way first. Okay. And what's funny is there's a moment where it's easy to, what was it? I can't remember, but you know what? I'm just gonna start. Let's see. That's gonna take some getting used to. Those 16th rests, those you can just kind of not worry about. This is what he did, so I'm picturing my student's hand. Let's just double check. That's right. G. C sharp. Oh yeah, I remember. Wait, what? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, that's a little weird for my right hand. So I am looking at this measure right now. So let's see. You know what? I should probably just play from the computer. I have my music right here. I can get closer to the desk and I could just read it from there. I'm going to try that. So let me move my stand out of the way. I'm going to get a little bit closer. That might mess with the view a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, you can't really see my hand if I'm that close. Let me see if I can just scoot over just a little bit. We'll do that. Right there. Okay. I think that's good. Okay, so this measure, take that off. I actually feel most comfortable doing, I'm thinking about my right hand. For whatever reason, I want to do, how am I going to do this? Let's see. Do I make a text box somewhere? M. This is kind of silly, but it works. A. P-I. Oh. No, just take the whole thing. P. I. That's what I'm doing. That feels comfortable. The third part is difficult. What do you mean by the third part? Oh, the third measure. 1, 2, 3. This one? Oh, yeah, probably because of the stretch. Maybe, no, that's not a stretch. What's difficult about that measure? Is it, first of all, is it left hand or right hand? Are you having difficulty reading the notes? You don't know where they are? What's difficult about it? Yeah, it's just a little stretch. I think you can see that. So you got G on with your first finger, and then you got, what is that, D on your second finger, so G and D. I mean, it's not that bad. It may have come as a surprise, but easy adjustment. I mean, yeah, it's not that bad. Just practice it a little bit, and you should be just fine. You could let go of your pinky there. Oops. Right? So my pinky's not on the what note is that? On G. You see, so by the end I'm only using first and second finger, so that might help. That shift might be a bit of an issue. Yeah, that shifting to the next chord is probably going to be. We'll probably need some practice. You could play. You could do M-A-P-I. You could also do P-I-P-I. You could do this too. This seems to work. It's a little slow, but it works. And you could see it. You could do that too. That works. So I would have to, you know what, for this measure, the one that I circled right here, I would have to play it a couple of times, or over the course of, I would say this is a situation where over the course of a week or so, even a couple of days, a couple of sessions, I'll have made my decision whether to go PI-PI or MAPI. Oops. Right now I'm thinking PI-PI will probably work. And then, oh yeah, D minor. I like this part. This I already remembered from our lesson last night. It's just D minor. D minor over C. B flat, I think. Where am I? I'm out of tune. Let me tune up. Probably should have tuned before I started, but I just needed to start the stream. That was the most important. I just needed to step in the door first, you know. Figured the rest out later. Where did you get the sheet from? Okay, that is from this book. I bought this during my undergrad many years ago. Okay, it is the Solo Lute Works of Johann Sebastian Bach, and the fingering is edited for guitar by Frank Kunz. I'll get it close so you can see it. Frank Kunz. There it is, right there. Okay, and it's got all of them. It's got all of them. And it's got a nice little intro, explanation on ornaments, and all kinds of really neat stuff. So that's where I got it from. I'll type the name of the guy, Frank Kunz. So just look that up, and then you could type Bach Lute Works. Yeah, Bach is amazing, man. I mean, there's a reason why he's considered the greatest composer, because the more you listen to him, I mentioned this, I've said this before, the more you listen to him, the more you want to keep listening. It's odd. Anyways, where was I? Let me move this over. Okay, so we are right. Really important here, bum, bum, bum. These notes, bum, bum, happens again, bum, bum, and it happens again, bum, bum. So I want to say pedal. It's not really a pedal, right? Because it's not one note. But it's creating something. It's creating a different. Oh, it happens again here. If anything, just notice that. What you could do is actually, I should circle this one too. Bum 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 bum. It's just for whatever reason, it just sticks out. No, I'm not doing rest strokes. You don't need to do rest strokes to bring something out. That's a common thing. Like, I got to bring it out. Let me do a rest stroke. No, you don't have to do a rest stroke. Just just give it a little bit more oomph. I'm ignoring the rest. I'll get it. I was trying to explain in the lesson, I think it was here. Give the bass some weight, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Even when you land on the C, B flat, A, and the way you give it some weight is to kind of, it's hard. I tell my students, just sit on it for a second. Don't change the rhythm, but sit on it. So you're just giving it a little bit like a tenuto, you know, just give it a little bit, just give it a little bit more. Another way to do it is after you play the bass note and you begin the arpeggio, play the arpeggio a little bit lighter. So it sticks out a little bit. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if you heard that. I thought that was pretty good. Also, when you go, let's see, boom. This, I'm gonna change the color now. How do I change the color? How do I change the color here? I do this? No. This? There we go. This, no, oops, no. I'll change the color. There it is. So this note, you need to stop it. When you get to the G sharp, you got to stop it. I usually put a star right there. I'll put a star right there. So that when you play this G sharp, you have to stop that D. Oh, okay, really important. This note, no, what am I doing? This note right here. That's important, that's an important note. You need this note to match the tone of this note, because the one in blue is played on the third string. The one in red is played second string. They're the same note. See, they're both B's. But because one's an open string and one is fretted, the tone is not going to match. So you need to be careful. Do your best to match those tones. So let's see. So let's see if I can. So it's this one and that one. Obviously you want to make sure that your guitar's in tune, right? But you don't want to do this. Right? Big difference. So you want to be careful. Try and make it sound the same. There's a third string. That's kind of, there we go. You might have to move your hand a little bit. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm just kind of going to get through the piece here. Okay, and then right hand becomes an issue here. Oh, yeah. IAM. So I'll do IAM. That's what I would do. I A. It might be a little too big. No, it fits. Now, right-hand fingering, I tell my students, after a while, it becomes very personalized, and you do what works for you. But this works for me. I should make those smaller. All right. I'll do 14. Can you still see that font? This one? Is that big enough? I think so. Small. Okay. All right. So I'll revert it back to what it was. Oops. But the ones up here, those you could see just fine. I am back, Roger. It's been some time. Okay, Rob, perfect. What was it? I forgot the pattern. A, I think A was next. I'll play it again. Okay. Let's see if that works. I-A-M. Okay, all right. And then that would lead to I-M-P-I. So we could do that. Okay, let me see. My Spanish isn't that good. Hola, tanto tiempo. Lo miraré después. Más detenido. I don't know what that means. Al video. Lots of times I watched after more. I don't know. But I'm glad you're here. Definitely glad you're here. I don't know what that is, Rob. I have no idea what you're saying. Okay, I'm just going to continue. If you want to keep confusing me more, go right ahead. Let's see. You could actually, from here, you have a choice. You can go I-M, P-M, or just P-I-P-I. I'll leave that up to you. And then they're really nice A minor 9. Now, I feel like the A minor 9, I kind of like using these colors, by the way, guys. I feel like this chord, I wonder if this will turn it into a box. Sorry, guys, I'm just learning as I go here. Look at that. I feel like this chord is really important. And because the whole time we're playing a C, D minor. So I guess what I'm going to do right now is I'm kind of going to talk to you guys about theory. Now I'm gonna step away from the technical aspects here and explain to you why this chord is so important. And a lot of times it's because of the theory involved. Now I don't have all the answers. Just letting you all know. So D minor, right? What chord is this? Minor with D in the bass. C sharp diminished. I think that's what we said last night with my student. You know what? This might need to be M. I'm going to change that to M. I'll have to rewatch the beginning if you address this, but are you playing with the rests? I know some people... Yeah, we did talk about that. I don't mind talking about it again. So you see I circled it. That's one of the first things I talked about. Right now, I'm just kind of learning it, you know? So I'm not really too concerned with the rests. I know they're there. So yes, you would play the rest. And like you said, some people don't play the rest. And I was mentioning this to, I think it was Rob, because he was here first. When you're like a world-class guitarist, I mentioned this to my students. When you're a world-class guitarist, you're getting paid thousands of dollars for like a single night concert and stuff. Like you're gonna do what you want. No one's gonna question you. It's your interpretation. You know what you're doing. No one's gonna bother saying, "Hey, you didn't play that rest on measure 9." They're not gonna do that. So at that level, your interpretation is totally okay. But when you're starting out, you need to have a foundation. So it's really important that you play all the rests in the music, because one, it'll just help you. It'll just help you improve your playing, so that it never becomes a roadblock. So yeah, sometimes I'm playing the rests, other times I'm not, but that's not the priority. So what was I saying? I was doing PM. Yeah, the reason I do PM there on measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is because my middle finger is already on that string when I play the arpeggio. Right? And then back to D minor. Talking about the bass. Oh. What am I doing? And then this weird part. Right hand. I just feel that's well, it's the first time you play an A minor, so there's that. But I think maybe it's just that 9, that extension. Like, where did that come from? Like, we're talking Bach here. Like, this is a long time ago. This was not, that sounds modern. So I feel like that minor, that chord's important. So I would consider playing that a little bit differently, or not playing it in a way where it sticks out just a little bit. You force the listener to kind of, oh, what's that? How you do that is entirely up to you. You could change your tone. You just play it. You could actually play it quieter, and that'll draw the listener in. Right? You could do that. You could play it louder, but that's an option. I wouldn't do that. Why wouldn't I do that though? Because it sounds, I don't know, just the sonority doesn't sound like it needs to be loud. You got this, what is it? Minor second. So I think that's what it is. It's the minor second. It could be something else. I don't know. Now here, I've seen people play this over here because they don't want to have to deal with the stretch. But it's not so much this. It's not so much your inability to open up your hand. It's just positioning your thumb and your hand in the right spot and letting your hand sort of set in. See, I'm kind of pulling on the strings just a little bit to really get these to ring. The answer I know I needed but didn't want to hear. My goal is to learn this by the end of the year. Hey, all right. I picked the right one then. To start the stream off with. Awesome surprise to see this pop on my feed. I've never done a bar with a pinky. Yeah, dude. So I'll probably be. What time is it? I'll probably be here till 2 at least. So we'll see how far we get. I've never done a bar with. Yeah. It's not common. This is the only time I've ever done a bar with a pinky. I know some guitarists, they'll play bar chords like this. I've had a teacher once, he said he would play bar chords like this, and I just can't do that. Like, there's no way. I also sprained my pinky, like, sometime within the last 6 months. I don't know if it made it worse, but even before that, I could not, there's just, but yeah, he could basically bend his pinky the way you bend your ring finger like this. So I just, That's hard. Let's see, what color should I make this? This is kind of fun. For now, I gotta establish colors for specific types, for specific skill sets that I'm addressing. For now, I'll just do pink. You're gonna want to practice this right here. That shift. You want to try and avoid the squeaks at all times. That's also something I was taught. Oops. Don't overdo this. The bar tires out the hand. So you want to try and don't get any of that, right? Not easy. No. Is that right? By the way, what color? I guess red. You just watch out for these things. You see that? He wants you to bar E and B. I don't know if I agree with that completely, because if you lift, you're stopping the string from ringing as opposed to, right? That's not what's written, right? You don't want the E to ring with the B, so, but that's what it says. I wouldn't do that. Whoops. And then I remember him doing this. Oh, there it is. Be careful with this. Let's see, I'm not sure. Lift your ring finger. You have to stop this one. Lift, bum. You don't want that. It gets even muddier because they're lower notes, right? Okay, and this is pretty much where he left off. So the rest, I'm not familiar with at all. D, G, sharp. Wait. Scroll down, okay. There it is. Going back, here's a tip I wrote from an old teacher gave me on bar 15. The problem is always what to do with the F major 7 chord. 12, 13, 14, 15. One way is to shift up to a half bar, 5th fret. Wait. Let me read that again. The problem is always what to do with F, major 7 chord. One way is to shift up to a half bar, 5th fret, in bar 14. Like this. stay up playing the last quarter as CEAC. Right? Is that what you mean? C-A... Oh, raising the bass an octave. Oh, I'm not sure. F on the A string on the 8th fret. So you have this. So you're doing this essentially. Is what you're saying, right, Roger? Oh, I see it. C. C. C, A. He might have written the wrong notes down because I think C, C, A, F. And then you're there. So this is, I'm assuming this is what he meant. So you're just always there. That's what he's doing. Yeah, I really like the F down here. It just has such a nice impact. That would take practice for sure. Make sure these are clean. What am I doing? Oh, there it is. You got to go, Rob? Okay. Oh, you're in the Netherlands. Wow. Okay, dude. Yeah, that's getting pretty late. Thanks so much for stopping by, and hopefully I'll be doing this more regularly. I would like to. You know, it's been some time. I need to come back to all this stuff. So thank you. Okay, so I am going to close this one and go to the next one here. Actually, you know what? I could just do this. Watch. I mean, make sure that worked. I'm waiting for the delay in the stream. Wow, it's a long delay. There it is. Okay. So here we are. A and E. That's pretty basic. That's an E minor, by the way. No, I'm sorry. Not an E minor, what am I saying? A minor, with an E in the bass. Oh, let me move this down. Okay. So how'd you do? That's right, I'm guessing. Yeah, I was right. Okay, so I got a bar 4. Really important to remember. Where's my... No, come on. This. Really important to remember that. You got a bar 4 strings, so I would write that, I would circle that down. So I would go from the A minor. I don't need my middle finger. It's a little out of the way. And then we're gonna, so you see this right here? That means it's a guide finger. So you're gonna slide. So you're gonna come down. Is it here? Yeah, I think you're going all the way down. No? No, that can't be right. I think it's here. See. That didn't sound right to me. Am I missing something? A. E's are flat. There it is. So he wants you to do this. So from the bar, D, F, B. Let's go back to the A minor. Playing that right? F sharp. Hey, Roger, thank you. Yeah, I got those a while ago. I got two of them. I got the one on top, the light suit Samus, and I got the original, what's it called? Various suit Samus or something. I played Metroid as a kid, and then Smash Brothers came out when I was in high school on the N64. My brothers played that all the time, and you know, I've played most of the renditions since, and that was always my favorite character. And it all stemmed from playing Metroid on the NES. So yeah, I got them. They're kind of pricey. So I only bought, I bought one, I bought the other, and I was like, okay, that's plenty. But I try to make it look, kind of nice inside the display. So I'm glad you noticed. Yeah. They light up too, but the battery's dead. I got to charge it. But at night, if I ever have a night stream, the lights in the back, you can see the behind the stereo. Those look really nice at night. And then I'll turn on the Samus figurine so you can see it. If I ever have a night stream, like I said, it'll look really nice. Anyways, here we go. Sharp, C, D sharp, right? I always double check. Like if I'm reading notes in higher positions or whatever, if I'm not unsure, I always read them in first position or open position. Just to verify. Right? Trust but verify, right? C. really like these 6 measures, even the couple measures before that, because there's just all this tension here. And so if you could find a way to play it in a way that kind of brings that tension out, it'll sound really, really good. You got these chords. It's just kind of, I don't know, man. They sound so good. I would have to analyze it all. I'm not going to do that right now. But let's try that again. From where are we? No, it's not right. Right here. That's right. The A minor with the E in the bass. So I'm back to the top of the page. All right, the measure before this is also this. So I'm going to play this measure twice. Just letting you know. Actually, let me double check that. It is not the same chord twice. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's this. So it's this. My mistake. Let me move this over. Where is it? There it is. That's right. Right. Shoot. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Sight reading now. So this is what I would do. I would just play this a couple of times. Just don't worry. I wouldn't worry about anything technical. But I would just play it. I would probably go all the way to measure 30. Because now it sounds like we've arrived somewhere. We're not home, but if there's some stable ground. It's just a basic A minor chord. I'm going to try it. So the top of the page, we're at an A minor with an E in the bass, and then all these chords, just like, what is going on? Where are we? You know, you have all these weird chords. So I would just familiarize myself with all of this first before starting to think about all the technical stuff. So let's see. I'll do that a couple of times. Oh, it's on. That's a treble spot. So that would require a bit of practice. This would require some practice for sure. I'm not going to worry about what I would do right now. I'm just going to run through this, familiarize myself with all of the chords here. easy one. Shift down. Okay, there's another note that I would need to make sure I stop. You don't want that one. Oops. You don't want this one. Stop. Why am I? You don't want this note to ring over the B natural here. So that's something else I'd watch for. Okay, that's it. We've arrived at the A minor. So all I would do is I would just do it all again. I'm lifting up my hand, but trying to keep the bar down. That? I'll get to that later. Let's go back, do it again. Move this over. Oh, it looks like I'm buffering. How's the stream, guys? Is it stuck? Is it hanging up? Because on my end it says excellent connection, but I'm seeing the preview and it's just frozen. Huh. Well, if it's frozen, you don't know that I'm asking this question. I'm just going to keep going. Type it is it looks like it froze. Oh no. I'm just gonna let it go. I'll pretend you guys are still here. I don't know what it's gonna look like at the end. Should I refresh? Doesn't even let me refresh. How do I refresh the page? Because that option is usually in the search bar. I don't see it in the search bar. We'll see. Let's see. There's a descending line. I hear it. I don't know where it is though. E, E flat, D. Sharp. And it stops right there. So there it is. I found it. Shoot, what should I do, guys? Let me look at the stream health. Stream is healthy. Healthy connection. I can't see the analytics for some reason. What is this? Am I offline? All right, let me see something. I can't get on YouTube. Huh. I'm offline. Let me check something here. Network connected. I am connected. So, not sure what the deal is. Let me try a different browser. Okay. So that's working. Unknown error. Let me try here. If you're watching, I wonder if you guys are just watching me trying to figure this out. I have no idea, but we'll work it out. All right, so Safari is not working for some reason. It says I'm live. Let me click on it. Yeah. Okay, so I am live. For whatever reason, Safari's not. Okay, all right. Looks like we have some other viewers. This is great, man. I was literally expecting it to be like nobody, and then people would watch it like later on when they look through their YouTube feed. But okay, so I'm basically watching it in the same manner you guys would be. I'm just on the YouTube channel, so I don't have my stream manager or whatever. So let's see, what did I miss? So the circle notes are ones we need to be extra sure to stop. Okay, no, the red circle ones, so I should stop doing that. I should define what colors mean. So basically the red is the default. I circled anything that you needed to be paying attention to for various reasons. So for example, there's the red circle over the bar. I circled that because you have to bar 4 strings, and I was barring 3 strings. So I got to bar 4 strings. Here, I think that was just technical. It's just difficult. So yeah, it's just difficult. Here, I was trying to explain the guide finger. I don't remember what this is, what this last circle is for, but that's what the red circle means. The other ones, so the circle notes are ones we need to be extra sure to stop. No, I think I answered that. The other ones we can keep ringing. No, that's not what that is. The reds is just watch out for this for a specific reason. Final 2/4 lower voice 8th notes. The other ones, I mean, final 2/4. Well, yeah, you definitely want to bring out the bass notes for sure, Roger. Definitely want those as legato as possible. Buffering a bit. Okay, that was a little while ago. Nice seeing you back, Leon. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. I learned a lot from your videos. I'm glad. I feel like I need to get back into it. And so this is kind of like my way of just easing back into it. So there's really no preparation. You know, I took photos of the manuscript here. But we'll see where this goes. I'm going through solo guitar playing by note. I just want to say your videos helped out a lot. Forgotten Comrade, thank you, man. Thank you, I appreciate it. How far are you by any chance? How far in? Because I think I stopped at like exercise 140 something, and then it started getting into like very short pieces. Thanks for helping us begin. Cotton Fluff, thank you. I'm glad the videos helped. I stumbled upon the live and stayed for the insight and commentary. I'm glad. I can't tell anything, but I like the sound of everything. Okay, great. I mean, it's all good, man. Just enjoy it. The more you watch, the more you'll learn. You'll start to pick up on things here and there, even if it is beyond you. I mean, I'm sure I'll be saying things that can help you in your playing too. I just got to the part that you don't cover. Shoot. I learned Canary Jig, but I believe that, well, no Canary Jig, and now on Bore. Okay, all right, Bore. Hey, you know what? My book's in the other room. That's actually the next video that I had prepared for. I even have the notation noted out. I practiced it. I just never made the video. So I think that's exactly where we are. That's exactly where I am in the solo guitar playing one. So yeah, we'll get there. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just playing through these measures right here, the top three, the first three staff lines. And if you do lessons via Patreon, I do, yes, lessons are available through Patreon. But I don't know if you were listening when I first started, but I got an email literally before I started streaming. I said, Apple's taking 30% of my Patreon cut. So I'm going to see if I can figure out a way around that. And perhaps I will have to do some sort of migration just to the website and make everything just on the website. So I don't have the website and then the Patreon. 30% is a big cut. So if I can, that's what I'm gonna figure out. And then all my videos will be on my website. Hopefully my website host or provider has a subscription service that I can implement, and then just cut Patreon out so that it's just, because 30%, like I said, that's kind of ridiculous. One live lessons. Ideally, okay, so if you're interested in lessons, it's really, really important that you have a good quality video camera, webcam, 1080, 4K, so that I can see your hand. It's also, lighting is important too. So as you can see, I have a light right here, right above me, so you can see very clearly what I'm doing. Also in the back, you don't want to have a window open with no blinds, because just the lighting. That's all I'll say. Lighting. I want to be able to see you very clearly. It obviously helps if you have some good audio quality, but that requires a bit more than a simple, webcam. But I haven't tried any of the new USB mics that have been out for some time now. I'm using a recording studio mic, and I'm using recording studio hardware. So, but I'm fairly certain you could buy a USB microphone with some good quality, plug it straight into your computer, and there are even there might be some free, is it Fruit Loops? There might be one or two programs that you can use to make sure you have good quality. Actually, you know what? If you have a Mac, I've used GarageBand once or twice, but I don't know how good it is now. It's been years, but perhaps you could try using that. But there are some free, digital audio workstations is what they're called. So I use Ableton Live. Logic is a Mac one, although I'm on a Mac, but I use Ableton Live. There's Pro Tools, which is for PC. I think I mentioned Fruit Loops already. There's a couple others that you can use. Need to level up my playing, and I don't have any good classical teachers here, so I'll keep it. All right, good. Yeah, definitely keep it in mind. So check out the tiers in the Patreon, and and give it some thought. So I mean, I would love to, to show you what I know. I mean, that's kind of why I'm doing this, right? So yeah, think about it. If you have any questions about anything I mentioned, feel free to ask. You could message me too. And for those of you that are watching, that information is helpful for all of you too. If you're interested in lessons, I provide them. So, but yeah, there is a little bit of what would you call it? There's a level of entry that needs to be you need to be there. You can't just use like an old phone. Like that's not going to work. And the microphone on your phone, it's not going to work. So consider that. Okay, how long have I been live? I think it's been over an hour. Oh, it's 2 already. Definitely been over an hour. Okay. I'd say another half hour. I think we could do that. We'll see. So where were we? I'm going to do this again, because again, this is how I would learn it. I would just not worry about the technical. Oops. So I found I think I did this when I wasn't sure if I was still live. I found the descending line. It's the E. So in the first measure of the top of the page, the E stays E. The next measure goes down to E flat. Next staff line, it goes down to D, and then it goes to C. We don't go chromatically, we go from D to C, but it sounds nice because we have this motion. We have this to this. So there's tension there. And then from here it goes to B, and then it goes a whole step to A, G sharp, and then A minor with E in the bass. So I found it. So that's what's sort of, I feel like that's a type of, that's like glue in a sense. You know, that's how everything's related. I'm sure there's other things that you can point out if you really, you know, analyze this with a bit more time. So let's do it again. That's getting better already. See, and I wasn't really practicing it, like specifically, but every time I play it, I do try and make sure it's clean. So that may be all I needed to do. Just make sure I keep that in mind. You know, try and get that clean. Oh, here. Really important. I should. Yeah. No, it's fine. Where am I? Oops. I would actually, I'll change the colors here. This one right here, this is the suspension. So I would actually hold that, play it a little bit louder so you can hear it ring all the way to the G sharp here. Oops. Boom, so connect, so yeah. That's my first, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Here, I would just let go, oops, this, I would let go of this chord in order to make this easier. So look at my left hand. Right, see, I'm not holding the chord down. Oops. It sounds so good. That's why I was confused. That's okay. So this, what color should I use now? I'll work it out later. I'll do a square though. That's so cool that it does that. This is important. That's a stretch. Specifically right there. You got 2 frets in between. That's a whole step and a half. So you can definitely you would have to adjust your thumb, your elbow even, and your hand position. Notice my hand, see that? I'm not playing like this. This is proper technique, right? But if you want to get that stretch, you sort of got to bend the rules a little. So my first finger, look at my first finger straightens out. And then this part of my hand touches the fretboard here. Okay, I don't play my scales like this, but that's required in order to play this chord. See? then that shift going from making it seamless. So you're playing B with the third string. I mentioned this earlier. You're playing B with the third string here, and then you're playing it open. So you want to try and match that tone. You don't want this. Yeah, you want to be able to make. You want to try and make it sound as close to each other as possible. Oops. You do twice. The hard chord you do twice. Okay, so I see it. This is a suspension. E7. It's E sus4. E7 sus4. E sus4. E7. E7, sorry. E7 sus4. That's the A, right? E, F, G, A. That's the 4th scale degree. And then it goes E. It goes to A. 5-1. 5-1 motion. Pretty straightforward theory right there. Oh. I got small hands. This is yeah. It's not easy. I would suggest on something like that, don't overdo it with the practice. Don't overdo it with the practice. Just do it a couple of times. I'm feeling it too, right here. So I'm actually not going to play that chord much anymore. I'm going to skip it, deal with it another time, let my hand not get too cramped up over that. But you definitely, yeah, you want to be careful. I looked at my hands and they said to tell you, what? Yeah. Like I said, it's a matter of adjusting your elbow, your hand. Notice my first finger, boom. And it's doable. But I definitely wouldn't be doing this for like 20 minutes. I do it a couple of times, practice other parts, maybe come back to it, and then that's it. Next day you do it again, because you're not going to learn this in a day or two anyways. So let it kind of sink into your mind over the next couple of days. Let it marinate. So you'll notice if you practice throughout the day, you don't actually notice a lot of improvement. But the very next day, but the next day when you start practicing, you'll notice, oh wow, this is actually easier. It's because of that concept. Like your brain processes that information overnight while you're sleeping, so or it just marinates, right? So I'll do this one more time, but it is hurting a little bit. E7. That's also twice. Bar. Okay. Okay, right hand, that might be a little bit of that might cause some confusion there. How would I do that? I would do I, change that to M, M, A, right? And then M. can, yeah. And then that's just, and then MI. That's what I would do. Why? Just watch that bar there. Adelita Part B took a while because of that, but it was possible. Adelita. Is that it? It's been a long time. This one. Right? Science be happening in the brown. Yeah, I got to get to these comments earlier. Either that or the delay's pretty bad. Okay. Where was that in the Adelita? Maybe this. I'm assuming it's this right here. Everything else is pretty straightforward, unless you're playing stuff in different spots, different positions. All right, let's continue. Expecting that chord. Wait. Back to D minor. Out of tune, but strings are old and they're not really holding, or the intonation, or like they're just, the strings are old. So that's it, really. I will have to do this again. Do I have time to do this again tomorrow? It would have to be the afternoon or in the evening. Yeah, I won't be able to do like a 2-hour stream or whatever. Okay, let's do this again. Where were we? You know what? I'll just go from the top of the page. Let go there. This will be really helpful in learning this piece. Hey man, anytime. Yeah, anytime. I mean, I'll be doing this regularly, so the plan is to do this regularly. So I'll just be doing different pieces, but I chose this one, like I said, because I gave it to my student for him to learn this semester, so I figured I should probably learn it too. Wait. I lost my spot. Oh. Basic A major. So the shift happens on the open. So I'm looking here. The shift happens right there on the open string. So the open string allows you to shift without messing with the flow, without messing with the tempo. Right there. Right there, see? Same chord twice. Oops. You could do this. That's not what's written, but those are the right notes. So it's kind of ridiculous, but you could. No, don't. Never mind. Don't do that. And that's it. There it is. So in my situation, I would definitely practice the second page more than the first page. I would assume in most people's situation that would be the case as well, because this is where there's a lot of movement happening, a lot of changes, and it's harder for it to stick. The first page is pretty straightforward. You're just playing D minor. You got a change in the bass. You know, nothing as harmonically interesting and difficult as the second page here. So I'll play the whole thing. I'll play the whole thing. Oops, don't do that. Okay. I'm gonna leave the second page. Actually, you know what? Nah. No. Okay. I'll here. I'll play the first page. I won't do it. I won't do it seamlessly. So let's change this to the first page. Let's play through the first page. Turn that off. The circle is just because that's a hard shift. It can be. Oh, you shift now. Trying to stop the bass notes. Sometimes I'm missing them, but I'm just trying to become familiar with the piece first. So don't try and do everything all at once. Oh, my dog just barged in. He's ready to play. So that's the treble spot 2, measure 12. Obviously this one is a treble spot as well. So 12, 15. Make sure those are clean. Okay, next page. Let me change. I got to figure out a better way to do this. You should see the next page. Yeah, okay. So right here, oops. This one right here, I'm moving it. That guide finger is your clue to remind you that you have to shift. That's actually really important. It'll help you memorize it. Same thing. Oops. Happens again here. Right there. So this is why I did this one in blue. This is an exception. I would actually do my best to let that ring out. I've mentioned that already. If you really wanted to, you can continue that by letting the F sharp here ring out as well. Just to kind of, be consistent. As well. And then here, it starts to blend in because it's just an A minor arpeggio. Needs work. Am I playing that right? Oh. Playing the wrong bass note there. There it is. There it is. Prelude 999. So I think I'm going to stop there. Thank you everyone for stopping by, and my apologies for disappearing for so long. It's been 2 years since I posted something like that. But lessons are still available on Patreon. I still have those occasionally. And you're all welcome to check it out, see what it's all about. If you have any questions, you could join the Patreon and message me there. You can message me here. And I think that's it. So I'm thinking I could do different types of streams too. I want to do like what we just did. This is more educational, right? I'm learning something. So you can see my process, and I figured I might as well just share how I go about it so that it can help some of you. Thank you, Cotton. I'm going to talk for a little bit longer, but I am done. But I also was considering doing streams of where you can see me compose, where you can see me practice something that's more challenging. But that would be less interaction because, I would be focusing on the music itself. And I was also thinking of streaming my preparations for the instructional videos. Like, for example, someone mentioned the beret. Who was that? I'm going to find it right now. I lost it. Someone mentioned the beret. So I was thinking I could stream how I prepare that. So you'll see me create the notation on my notation software. You'll see me create all the little notes and things, and then rehearsing, writing down my list of the things to talk about, kind of like behind the scenes stuff. I don't know if that'll be interesting, but I've thought about that. I was also considering making transcriptions of pieces, and you can see me do that process as well. But just trying to make it different so it's not just always the same thing. So Weird asks, can we see right hand fingernail length? Okay, so before I show you, this is a bit of an impromptu stream. So I forced myself to do it so that because like I said at the beginning of the stream, I was telling people I need to get back into it, but I wasn't getting back into it. And I kept coming up with these excuses. So my fingernails are a little bit long, but I will show you. So here they are. I'll wait till they're on the screen, so I can see if you got a good view because of the delay. But there they are. They're the angles. Oh, here, I think I'm going the right way. Yeah. Let me bring it back. Maybe I should take a picture of it. No. You can't see it. But I'll make sure here. Let me see if I could. Okay. I'm going to hold it up. I think you can see that. They're a little long. I need to file them down. It's just bad overall. That just looks bad. That just looks really, this is silly. They're a little bit longer than they should. Here's a good tip. If you have a nail file, I'll use a pencil. They don't need to be longer than your fingertip. So what I would do is I would do this. If the pencil, in this case, or your nail file is touching your nail, but it's not touching the fingertip, that's probably too long. So I have to do this in order for them to touch. You see how my pencil is not straight? So that means that this index finger is too long. Middle finger, same thing. That's way too long. Ring finger, I make an exception because I like having my ring finger a little bit longer than my other fingers. Thumb as well, that's a little too long, although the thumb can be a bit of an exception too, but it's a hard and fast rule for my middle finger and my index finger. Okay, so there's that. Anything else? So yeah, streaming practices, streaming how I go about learning a piece, like what we just did, streaming transcriptions, streaming original compositions, I could stream performances, streaming preparation for my videos, and yeah, because I've seen a couple of other guitar streams, and I'm not actively seeing how they're going about it, but from what I've seen, it's all the same thing. They just kind of play the piece, they practice it, and then that's it. So I want to try and make it more interesting and also more interactive, so you're getting something out of it. Otherwise, there's no reason why you'd be sitting here just watching me, practice when you could be practicing, right? And then I could do different levels of pieces as well. Easy pieces, harder pieces. Let's see, what else could I do? I thought about this too, listening critically to performances or interpretations. But the problem is I don't want to have to deal with copyright stuff on YouTube. So I don't know how we could go about doing that. Because being able to listen to one performance and then another performance, and then we could compare. I can have the score so you can follow along. I think that would be really cool. And it doesn't even have to be guitar related. It could be like, it should be guitar related first, but it'd be nice to do that with like popular orchestral pieces. So you could see the orchestration. That would just be a good learning experience for me as well. Because that could be a lot of fun. The Sagreras book is amazing, and the fact that you covered it has been invaluable to me as well. I'm glad. I'm really glad. I have to get back. Like I said, I got to get back into all of the series. The Sagreras, the Node, Caruli, the Soar. Those are the 4 I've done so far. So I will. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Plan on coming back to Patreon at any point. Your Sagrada series has been so valuable to me. That's 2 people. Yeah. Yes. This is the first of this is the beginning of, chapter 2, I guess you could say. So it's just I started the series. By the way, I started all of this during when we were all just kind of at home because of the pandemic. So I had all this time. So like, okay, what am I gonna do? So I was just making videos, like 3 or 4 a day, and I would just post them. But then once things started returning back to normal, that's sort of when I started to slow down, and eventually I stopped. So that's the reason. I should have kept going, but I didn't. Let's see, any other questions before we go? I said I leave, but you're now on my headphone. All right, well, I'm just about done now. So thanks again for stopping by. I'm going to check back the stream, see if the audio was good, see if there's anything I can improve on, and let people know that I'm doing this. If you know of anyone that's interested in learning how to play the guitar, send them to these videos. And I'd love to have like a really, solid, solid number of viewers, because I've thought, what if I make this, I wonder if I could make this a career path. I mean, it sounds kind of silly. I mean, but, that would be awesome. That would be really, really nice. So, and I teach, at the local community college, but I feel like I enjoy this better because I can teach more people. And there's just less restrictions. So yeah. Is your background Nahuatl? There is a character named Tizoc in the book I'm reading. Yes. The name is Nahuatl. My family's from Michoacan. We are from the tribe of Tarasco, although that is, I looked it up, that actually is derogatory, but that's how I was first introduced to my ancestry, Tarasco. But, Indians of the Michoacan Mountains, specifically, they were west of the Aztec Empire. I think it might have been the Mayan. I can't remember. West of the Aztec Empire, they were a bunch of separate tribes with no central organization body, but they coordinated to prevent the Aztecs from going further west. So I'm part of that. That's my ancestry. And the name is Nahuatl. Yeah. So... it's not a very common name, so it's surprising to see that it's in a book that you're reading. Yeah. Okay, guys, I gotta stop. But thank you very much for stopping by, and we will continue this. If not tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. There's a chance I could do Friday. There's a chance I could do Saturday and Sunday, but middle of the week is difficult. Wednesday, Thursday, probably out of the question, unless I move some things to the side or move things somewhere else. But the highest probability, there's no schedule yet, because this is, like I said, I'm just starting it over again. Highest probability would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, with Monday being the most probable, just based on my work schedule. So, all right, I'm going to stop. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep yapping. So thanks again, and I will see you all next time.